Good morning. I was not planning on vlogging today, and then I'm just sat in the car. It's currently 5 to 10 and I've got 5 minutes before a doctor's appointment, so my vlogging camera is in my bag, and I thought, you know what, I keep saying I want to vlog more this year and not think, oh, I'll vlog on this day because this is happening or that's happening. I just want to pick up my camera and just casually film snippets of life more. So there's a quote that I used to have written down on my phone. I'm probably going to butcher it, but in case it helps any of you, I'm going to try and share it. But it's one of my favourite things. It's so simple. It's something like, the best way to do it is to just do it. Something like that. It's probably worded better, but it's really short, really simple, and sounds really obvious, but sometimes you need to hear that, because you can keep thinking, oh, I'll do this when, or it's basically just throwing away perfectionism and perfect timing and just doing the thing, because otherwise it will never happen. I'm not feeling the best today. I feel very tired. I don't feel, you know, when you have days where you just don't feel like the best version of yourself. I know it's tiny, but I have a spot on my chin that's just making me feel like I don't want to be on camera. But I feel like YouTube is a space where I can just be myself, and it doesn't matter if I'm not the cheeriest or the, you know, everyone is just, I think, feeling like this in January despite what else you have going on in your life. And I've seen so many things on Instagram saying it feels like the 74th of January, and I could not relate more. This month has just been long and dark and rainy and cold and windy. It's felt very, very long, and today is Tuesday, and I think it's the last day of the month. I think the last day of January is Friday, and I am ready to say goodbye to this month. And I don't say that very often. I'm a very kind of positive person. Oh, let me just tip my camera up a little bit. I'm usually a very positive person. Oh, I have no seatbelt on, by the way, because I'm parked. I'm about to go into my appointment. But in case people are wondering why I have no seatbelt on in the car, I've just left the engine running so I can keep my heated seat on, which is lovely. This morning, I've already had a very lovely, productive work call this morning with Suzanne. I'm working with them for February's book club, which I'm just so grateful for, because working with brands means that I can do these in-person book clubs and make them really special, and I wouldn't be able to do that on my own and have the facilities to do that. But working with Suzanne for February's book club is going to mean it will be a beautiful event. Everyone who's coming will get gifts. It's going to be a beautiful venue in their Notting Hill store. And I'm not promoting this, by the way, because it's already sold out. I just wanted to chat about it, and also to tell you guys about the book club, to make sure you're subscribed if you're interested in coming to these events, because they do sell out quickly, because obviously it's limited places so that everyone can have a chance to speak on the evenings. I wouldn't want to just sell like 50 tickets and then it not feel like a nice, special, intimate evening where we can really dive into the subjects of the book and we can all really gain something from it and kind of get a better understanding of the text. But if you are interested, I always post in the Substack chat section, which you can only access if you're a subscriber. It's completely free to subscribe to my book club, so I'll pop the link in the description box and you can subscribe for free, and then just keep an eye on the chat, and I always post in there, or you might even receive an email when I post the link to tickets in the chat, but I always post it there before my Instagram stories, because I want to give my book club subscribers first access to getting tickets. So yeah, just wanted to tell you guys that, because I know that I got lots of messages saying, oh no, it's sold out already and I didn't know about it, and just know that I will always post it on the Substack first. Oh god, it's 10 a.m. I've got to run into the doctor's. I'll see you after. I'm back, guys, and I think I'm just going to drive around the corner to get a coffee, or maybe a matcha, or actually this coffee shop around the corner. I love this coffee shop, but they don't actually do a very good matcha. Trying to plug myself in with one hand. So I might just get a coffee and then go home, and I've got some little bits of work to do, like planning and treatments to write, and then I also need to reply to our garden person, the contractor that we're hiring to do the garden, and I can show you guys some plans, which is really exciting. Got my latte, and now I'm going to go home and show you the garden, even though it's raining and just not the day today. Sorry guys, I got distracted from showing you the garden plans because this dress arrived. Look at these sleeves. It's so cool, but it needs taking up like 4 inches. I just measured. Okay, I've taken it off now, but this is the dress and how it should look. So you can see the shoes nicely. Have no idea which shoes I'm going to wear. So I just Googled altering same day in London, and a place came up called I Hate Ironing, and I've seen their vans going around London. They're like these black vans with white writing on that just say I hate ironing. And one time I did look it up and it looked like if you don't have a washing machine or something, then they can, or if you have dry cleaning, they can come and collect it from you and dry clean it and then deliver it straight back to you. And it says that they do alterations. So I've just booked a slot, but the website was quite confusing. Like, I'm a bit worried that how are they going to know exactly how much to take off? It didn't give me a point to put that in. So I'm hoping that they'll just call me when they receive it, because I'm guessing it's just going to be like a courier person, not an alterations person that comes and collects the dress. Oh, and I forgot to say, the whole reason why I'm doing this and I need a dress that's like really smart evening wear is because I've been invited by Working Title to go to the premiere of the new Bridget Jones film, which I'm so excited about. And they've said that I can bring someone, and Dan is busy tomorrow night, so I'm taking my friend May. So all very exciting, however also very stressful, because when you go to these things, you're kind of expected to do pictures and, you know, walk the red carpet. And I'm just, like I said earlier, just not really feeling myself right now. So going to have to, right, so that means I need to do a full body scrub, even though the dress that I've chosen is long sleeved, floor length, so all skin is covered. It's just going to be, my face is like up to here. I need to think of how I'm going to do my hair and makeup, what shoes I'm going to wear, what bag. I think maybe a brown smoky eye could be nice. I haven't done like a real, well, to be honest, I haven't done any kind of red carpet thing for ages, so that's also why it's slightly terrifying. But I think I might do like a gold shimmery brown smoky eye. We'll see tomorrow. Maybe I'll tell you what, I will vlog tomorrow and then I can show you what I end up doing. I'm just making some lunch. I just put in a bit of butter into a saucepan. We got these saucepans. These were kindly sent from a company called Made In, and they are the nicest saucepans. Like, nothing sticks in them, but they're not non-stick, because I've been hearing everywhere online how bad non-stick is for you, and all of our saucepans were so old. Okay, just going to put in 2 eggs, and then I like to cook my scrambled eggs on the lowest heat, so they take a bit longer to cook, but it makes them so much nicer. And then I've just got, this is the Gale's seeded sourdough. It's so good. And then this avocado looks a bit gross, but it will be fine because this is just left over from yesterday. I just wrapped it in tin foil. And also, how cute is my little egg holder? It's currently no eggs in there because I just used the last 2. But I got this from eBay recently and I'm obsessed with it. It's like an old 70s one. And there we go, avocado on seeded sourdough with a side of scrambled eggs. It's my favourite go-to lunch this week. I'm now going to eat my lunch. Here it is. Whilst watching I just propped my phone up here and going to watch a Molly Campsey vlog whilst I have my lunch.
Today, actually, it's a nice feeling. Just had a shower and I've just put on.
I'm watching Molly making her breakfast currently. It's just funny. I do really enjoy just seeing people going about their home life on like a casual, not too busy work from home day. I just think it's quite comforting. Even though this vlog feels quite non-eventful and boring so far, hopefully you guys are enjoying it. I don't know if you can hear that. Listen carefully. The drips. It's raining so hard outside. Ever since I got back from the doctor's, it has just rained and rained and rained, and I just don't think today is the day for me to show you the garden. Like, I want to be able to go outside and walk around and show you things, and I just don't think today is the day. But I will find a non-rainy moment this week to show you the garden and show you our plans. It might be starting in like 2 weeks, the garden renovations. That's super exciting. The postman just came and oh my god, my phone is sticking to everything now because I've just put this on. But I ordered, this is called like an octopus or an octopod or something like that, something to do with an octopus. And it said that you can stick your phone up on things. And I just think that even though I have technically been an influencer for over 15 years, because I was there at the beginning, I feel like I'm not as professional as the ones who come in now, like knowing that it's going to be a business for them. Whereas for me, I started in such a kind of amateur fashion that I've kind of continued that and not moved with the times enough. However, that's going to change. I also want to buy some lights. I want to be able to film like everyday just outfit reels in my wardrobe, but in a really nice kind of me getting dressed style. So I just feel like you guys would prefer that to kind of, like, I could get someone to shoot stuff on the street for me and do posy stuff around on the street, but I just think that my style is better a bit more chatty and real. So what I want to do is get one of these. This is the spare one that came with the thing. It says that you're supposed to, I did read the instructions, and it says you're supposed to clean it with soap. I don't know why, but anyway, I just thought, well, I've got a spare one there anyway, so I just stuck one on my phone straight away, and oh my goodness, it sticks to anything. Let me show you. Okay, this is the packet. It's so sticky, and I just went upstairs and tested it on the mirror outside my wardrobe, and it works perfectly. But the lighting is horrible because in my wardrobe I have directional lights so that I can see all the different places in my wardrobe, and they just end up on top of my head or just shadowing me weirdly and don't show off the outfit well enough. So I need to get some kind of LED lights that I can just, luckily I do have a plug socket just outside my wardrobe, so I can plug those in and put them up and they can light from both sides. So that's going to be the next investment. This was a very little one, but I do think I want to invest in some lights. Other exciting news, I'm just going to open this, tear my dress off that. The postman also came with my parcel from Aeyde. I've really not bought that many things for my wardrobe kind of since we got the keys to this house. Every single thing that I've bought has been for this house, but I did just want to get one thing, and it's these loafers. Let's unbox them together. Oh my goodness, they are so perfect. Look at these. They are chocolate brown suede loafers. These have been sold out everywhere. I managed to find a pair in my size on a website called Farfetch, but I think they're called the Oscar loafer. I'll link them down below if I manage to find any more in stock for you guys, but they are so beautiful. Okay, let's try them on. My left foot is like half a size bigger than my right foot. I think I'm like a true 6 in my left and a 5.5 in my right. I'm gonna try these on with a sock. 1, because I have a sock on, but 2, I will wear them in winter with socks. 1 is on and it feels perfect. Let's put the other one on. Okay, it feels slightly too big on my right foot, but that is to be expected with my feet sizing. This is them on. Trying to do the best angle to be able to show you them, but they are just so perfect. Exactly what I wanted, and I think they'll look obviously really nice without socks too, but nice to know that I could wear them with socks. Okay, I've just tried them on without socks, and I'm slightly worried they might be a tiny bit too big. Like, that's even my left foot, and this is the right foot. Maybe I need an inner sole? I don't know, I just love them so much. It's the next day now, and I'm currently having my hair done by the lovely Morgan. You can say hi if you want to. I've just put so much makeup on. Charlotte Tilbury kindly sent me a load of products to get ready with, and I haven't had one of these for so long, the Flawless Filter, so I used that. And then I actually used my Lancome foundation because there wasn't one, the Charlotte Tilbury one, that was pale enough for me right now, and I'm currently using this in 125W, and I love this. It really lasts so well. This is the thing I'm most excited about. Oh wait, let me check. This is the one that I used because they sent different colours. So this is incredible, and this is what I was really wanting to use. So it's called Hollywood Glow Glide Face Architect Highlighter in the shade Moonlit Glow. And I've put that on the end of my nose in all of the Wicked press tour. And if I haven't spoken about Wicked on my YouTube channel yet, then I am the biggest fan. If you haven't seen it yet, you must go and watch it. Oh, actually, I have spoken about Wicked. I think I spoke about it in a Q&A a while back. But anyway, still completely obsessed. In all of the press tour, Ariana Grande has always got a really shimmery end of her nose, and I think it just looks so cute, and I'm loving it. So I did a shimmery end of the nose, and then, oh, eyes. I said I was going to do like a smoky gold brown eye. I didn't go too smoky because once I got all the makeup on, I don't know, I just don't like putting on tons and tons of makeup. So I ended up doing a bit of a shimmery, a gold shimmer, which is really nice because it means it's different to my day-to-day, and then smoking out the lash line with this shade. And this palette is called Charlotte's Palette of Beautifying Eye Trends, Sensual Sunset. And I think that's everything notable to tell you about my makeup. Oh, also, that service that I used, I Hate Ironing, incredible. The dress arrived back exactly when they said it would, and it's been shortened exactly 4 inches. And oh, in case you're wondering, they actually called me when the dress arrived with them and said, what exactly do you want altering? Because I just selected alteration, and I just said, please can you just take it up 4 inches all the way around? And they said fine. So I think that was a win, and I will definitely use them again. Not sponsored, just found them on Google. These earrings I think are so pretty. These are a collaboration between Merit and Completed Works, and they're actually slightly different. I don't know if you can see that. I'm now on my way to the Bridget Jones premiere, very excited. May is on her way as well, and I'm sorry that my content of getting ready just kind of stopped and I didn't get to do a final reveal in the mirror. So I'm having to leave earlier than we thought I was going to have to leave initially, and Dan is still working. We've got Dan's dad to come over to look after Sage whilst Dan finishes up his work calls, and I just needed to set up Sage with Grandad. I just helped to organise all of that, and as I was running up the door, Sage was like, "Mummy, would you like an oat cake?" And his thing at the moment is offering, and I just think it's the sweetest thing. Like anything that he's enjoying, he just wants me to try. I think it's adorable. Morgan did a fantastic job on my hair. It's feeling much more kind of glam than I would ever do it. I've just gone for classic Saint Laurent shoes, and then bag. I've got this amazing one from Girit, which I think always looks good in photos. It sparkles really beautifully.
On the 13th of February.
We actually went for a quick sneaky drink at the W, didn't we, before?
We did. I had a dry martini. You had a...
You always have a dry martini, and I had a glass of champagne. It was perfect. I feel like I was holding my phone, my hand over the microphone there. But
I'll never know what you drank.
Sadly, Colin, Emma and Sally Phillips can't be here tonight. Colin said to say that he would meet Hugh by the bins outside. I don't know what that means, but hopefully that'll all work out.
But starting with Helen Fielding, who is here.
Good morning, guys. My voice is slightly croaky. I'm just not good if I haven't gone to bed at 9:30 p.m, asleep by 10. Last night was a little bit of a late one. Usually a premiere wouldn't be that late, but it was running really late, and then the director did a really long speech. Eric Fellner from Working Title did a really long speech, and then they introduced all the cast on the stage, and the film didn't start until gone 8 o'clock, and it was just over 2 hours long. So by the time I got home, got my makeup off, and then my brain, after going for an evening out, whether it's for dinner with friends, dinner with Dan, like to a premiere, whatever, it takes me so long to be able to shut my brain down enough to be able to sleep. I think I was just too excited. But oh my goodness, the film just surpassed all my expectations. The first Bridget Jones film is one of my favourite films of all time. Dan and I watched it again recently. It's something I watch definitely every single year. I absolutely love it, and I think it is a perfect film. The second and third, I thought were okay, but definitely weren't some of my favourite films of all time. This one that I saw last night, the new one, I think it's out on Valentine's Day if you want to go and see it at the cinema. It was honestly as good as the first. Like, obviously completely different. The first was like 20 years ago and is amazing for so many other reasons, but this film was just so nostalgic. I cried within the first 10 minutes. I so wasn't expecting to. And on the way in, there was a guy from like PR or something that said hello on the way in, and he said, "Have you brought tissues to me and May?" And we were like, no. And I just so wasn't expecting to be crying, but 10 minutes in, I literally had tears. They felt like hot rolling down my cheeks. And I turned to May, and she was exactly the same. It was so funny. The soundtrack was incredible and just so uplifting. The whole film managed to be perfectly sentimental, but also uplifting and feel good. It was witty and clever, and it was also set in North London, and I knew like every single street that they were on. Me and May were like, oh my god, that's that street, da, da, da. And it just felt really nice to kind of be recognisable and close to home, I'd highly recommend that you go and watch it. Anyway, exciting news is I'm finally going to show you guys the garden. So prepare yourselves. We have not touched the garden since we moved in, other than we had a couple of plant pots that are ours out there that we've just kind of popped out there in no particular position. And our corner sofa, if you remember from the last garden, we've just kind of plonked out there, but there's not even a space for it to sit because the ground isn't level and it's obviously freezing, so we're not going and sitting out there right now. And we've got the cushions in the basement, but I've got my shoes on so that I can take you out there and show you the garden quickly. And then I have on my laptop here the plan, so I'll show you that after. This is what the garden looks like currently. So to go into a bit more detail, this down here is like just some grey paving, and personally I'm not a huge fan of grey paving. I just think it makes a garden feel really cold and just not so pretty. And then this here is AstroTurf, which also I'm just not a fan of personally, and neither's Dan. And then the garden just kind of goes up here, and there's another big paving section in this dark grey paving. There's our sofa, and then at the back here there's this flower bed behind, but then there's also this bench in front of it, and then over here we just have a random piece of brick wall sticking out. So yeah, that is the garden currently, and let me show you our plans. Also, it was so funny waking up this morning and I put my hair in a bun and just had a quick shower, and then when I took my hair down I was like, wow, I've got really curly hair. I don't know why, but having someone else style my hair just makes the curls really last. If I did this on myself, it would not still be curly the next day. So loving that I have pre-done hair today because I have a meeting in an hour and 20 minutes, but it's not too far away, so I have time to chat to you guys. So before I show you the plans, I just thought I'd tell you kind of what our current issue with the garden is. So we want somewhere that just feels like a lovely play area for Sage, that he could have a sandpit if he wanted to, a paddling pool, just running around with his toys, and also a place that we can have a nice place to sit and eat out in the garden, a place to relax, and just somewhere that feels a bit more welcoming. Aesthetics wise, we prefer kind of a warm sandstone for the paving, and we considered doing real grass because we just didn't want to have AstroTurf, but I looked out of the window and saw what everyone else in the street has done, and everyone has paving. And I think that in a London garden that's quite kind of covered, and this garden actually does get quite a lot of sun. Like, we got the keys to here in August, so even though we weren't living here, I did get to see the garden in summertime, and it was so hot and sunny in the garden, but mostly towards the second half of the garden and that bit where the corner sofa is. So I wouldn't want to do a whole garden of grass and then it just like not survive. And I think paving does look really beautiful. And then anyway, let me show you the plans. But yeah, I just want to say we're not doing anything that crazy or that special or that interesting because we don't want to spend a fortune on it. We just want it to feel like a clean, happy, relaxing space for us to hang out in spring, summertime. Okay, so these are the plans drawn up by our contractor or landscaper, whatever you call a garden person. Also, I didn't show you this bit, but this currently is just a little strip of decking, and I did wonder why that was there, and I just assumed we'd take that out and just have it all paving. But he said this needs to stay here because there's like a drain running underneath it and it's really important, and the drain's over here. He also has suggested putting in an extra drain because he said having that much paving and the garden slopes slightly towards the house, it's a good idea to have this, but this will basically be invisible. So it will be from the door all the way back will all be beautiful sandstone, lovely paving. And we've gone for the mixed sizes because I just think it looks a bit more higgledy-piggledy and cute. So we're taking out everything in the whole garden other than the decking. So all the AstroTurf, all the paving, all of that kind of bench at the back and the funny brick wall bit here, that's all going. And then yeah, it will just all be paving, and then we will have our corner sofa will sit here. We're going to leave a border for planting all the way around these 3 sides of the garden, and I want to do really beautiful like flowers and grasses that all feel really kind of wild, and maybe some trees if we can do that. We haven't massively discussed what plants we're going to get yet, and also growing up this side and the back, I want to grow up lots of beautiful like jasmine or something. I don't know if I ever showed in a vlog or if you guys remember, but on this side, growing up the fence when we first moved in, there was the most incredible, I think it was jasmine. It was so beautiful, but it was so big that I think there was like a storm or something and this whole fence blew down, and that was this side's responsibility to do. So they put up a new fence there. I think this side is our responsibility. We're just going to like straighten up the fence there and then cover it with some jasmine. And then we're thinking here of doing like a little round table and chairs just to kind of sit and eat outside, because this one you don't really want to sit and eat at because it will have like a low table or even no table. And those are the current plans. As you can see, it's very simple, very basic. We just want to clean it up a bit and just make it feel really nice, hopefully, for this summer. If you have any suggestions for us with plants or anything that I've shown you that you're like, no, that's all wrong, that's a disaster, please let me know now in the comments, because none of this is confirmed yet until the work starts. So anything can change. And any ideas for plants that grow really well. Dan and I are not particularly green-fingered. We don't really know anything about gardens, so we need all the help we can get. Anyway, guys, I think I'm going to end this vlog here because I'm now off to a place called the Trampoline Cafe for a meeting with UNHCR, who are the UN Refugee Agency, because I'm a UNHCR Goodwill Ambassador and I haven't seen them I think I saw them, have I seen them since living here? I think it was maybe when we were in between houses, but anyway, I haven't seen the team for a while, so I'm going to meet them. And we're specifically going to this trampoline cafe, I think it's near Angel, because it's owned by a refugee and he does amazing work in helping to integrate refugees into society and giving them independence and jobs, because it can be really difficult if you have no UK work on your CV. It's so hard to get a job, and then it's like a catch-22. It's like you need to get a job to get it on your CV, but then no one will hire you, and that's an issue that refugees face all the time. So he set up this business where he specifically hires refugees and helps them to get started in the UK. So going to go and learn a bit more about that and catch up with the team. And then I want to come home and edit this vlog and upload it, because today is my last working day of the week. So I want to edit it and schedule it for Sunday morning at 9 AM. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all soon. Bye.